Hello traders and welcome to the Market Open Preview brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, it is June 19th on a Thursday in 2014 and it's great to be with you. Coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Well, still got dark skies and rain and a little bit of wind. Weather looks like it's getting better though, so it's all good. Traders, great to be with you on another Market Open Preview. We're going to talk about charts today. We've got a different plan today. We're going to take a look at some charts, and we got about 5 of them we're going to look at. Great stuff. All right, traders, let's get over to the news. But before we do that, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gildite. I will be your moderator today and every day for the Market Open Preview that is brought to you every day before the London Open. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006. And in 2008, I retired from an absolutely awesome career in the fire rescue department out of the great state of Florida. Traders, after I retired in 2008, 9 days later, I got on the big airplane and came over to Thailand for a 3-month vacation. Well, it's 2014, traders, and I'm still here. Traders, I absolutely love what I do. I trade Forex every single day. I love being in front of my charts. Well, didn't make it yesterday. Stuck in a monsoon. So no internet and no trading. But I do love what I do. It's just an awesome second career. It's enjoyable. I love being in front of my charts. I love analyzing. I love trying to figure out what the market's doing. And I love being profitable. And that's why we're here, to help you be profitable, or if you're profitable, be more profitable. All right, traders, let's get to the news. But before we do that, let's just take care of the legal stuff. Traders, this is the risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential of rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, if you are trading your expense money, please take a deep breath and rethink what you're doing and go to a demo account until you can trade the Forex market comfortably in your financial situation. Your trading will be better and you'll feel a heck of a lot better. All right, traders, it's that time. Let's head over to today's news. Well, let's talk about some indices before we get started, see how the markets did. The Dow closed up yesterday at 0.58%. NASDAQ was up 0.59%. And the S&P 500, thank you very much, S&P, closed at 0.78%. Unbelievable. Let's go to the other side of the pond. The FTSE 100 closed up 0.17%. The DAX closed up 0.10%. The CAC 40 in the red down 0.13%. Euronext 100 down 0.02%. And the Nikkei 225, which is currently trading, is at 1.58%. Wow, nice. And the Hang Seng is up 0.28%. Good stuff on the indices. Good stuff as we move forward in today's trading. Looks like the markets in the U.S. should open on an upbeat, and in the London Open, it's going to be different. Looks like we're split down the middle on that one. Okay, so in the London session today, we have the Great British Pound has retail sales month on month, and that is a high impact news event. And then in the U.S., we have Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index, and that is a also high index, and that does move the market. So that's our news events for today. So let's move along and let us look at some 1-hour charts. We're going to look at a bunch of 1-hour charts today, and we're going to do a little bit of analysis on them. As you know, the market is the market, but a lot of these pairs are going back to their old ways, and that's what we like to see. Stay in the trend. All right, let's start off with our euro dollar. This is a 1-hour chart on the euro dollar. Look at that 200 exponential moving average. You know, we're bearish on this, but I would suspect that this move, because I was not in the market, is due to Yellen speaking yesterday from the FOMC. So I would think that's probably why that happened. And if you take a look at the last several hours, you can see that it's just been in a range, and that's because we are now in the inactive session during Asia. So what are we going to do? Well, we have two opportunities here. One is that trend line is only a two-touch trend line, but I will respect it. If we can get a candle close below that and we have a bearish candlestick formation, let's take that to the downside, being aware that that 200 exponential moving average is at 1.3566, and we expect to bounce there. So we're either going to scale out of our position or just close the position. The other option is wait for a close below the 200 exponential moving average and just take that down to, you can see on the bottom of the chart, I got TP1. That's our take profit, and that is at 35.43. So we have a couple of entries here and a pretty decent trade plan on this 1 hour chart. Really like it. Either way, whichever way you choose to get into the trade. And if you get into that first trade up top and it gets to the 200, you can just scale out and just, see if this will close below it and just take it down to that TP1 area. Okay, let's go over to the pound dollar. Take a look at the 1 hour chart. The pound is doing great. Again, it's back, even on the daily chart, it's bullish, and, it's done its thing, and it continues to be bullish, and now we're in this range for the last several hours. So, we want to pull back, and we want to get back to that 50% fib, or that 38.2 fib, and we want to take this to the upside. Don't know if we're going to get that pullback. Don't be surprised, traders, if you want to get to that 618, and then you have to take it from there. Really don't want to take a long here because we're trading into resistance, and we know we do not do that, right? We sell at resistance, and we buy at support. So, keeping that in mind, just take a look where the 200 exponential moving average is at 1.6900. So not bad there. And, the only way the bias in this trade is we just want to go long, and keep going long. And I just think this is a great trade setup, and I think this is going to work fine. So we'll see what happens at the London Open. Okay, let's move along here. Let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar is back to its old ways again. Traders, I left on my analysis yesterday of the Aussie dollar, and you can see the white line on the bottom of the chart there. That was yesterday at about the same time that I'm doing this video, and that is support. And my trade plan was, traders, if we had a bullish candlestick formation, take this to the upside. And you can see when I took this shot of the slide yesterday, we were at 0.9360. Well, what happened? I'm assuming that's a news event that caused that candle to do that. So the next candle, you would have taken that on a higher high, and away you went and made some nice pips. So what are we going to do today? Today on the Aussie dollar, we just want this to pull back, and I'd love for it to come back to that 38.2. If you look left of the chart, you can see that was obvious support there between the 38.2 and the 50% fib. But this is really bullish, and we have to just keep an eye on that. Look at your MACD is strong, your Williams percent R indicator is very strong. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on that. But I am really liking this to the upside. So we'll see how that works and let it go. But we are bullish on the Aussie dollar. Okay, here we are to one of my favorite pairs. Traders, if you're new into trading, trade the New Zealand dollar. It moves so smoothly. It doesn't bounce all over the place. It's not volatile. It respects its news data. It just is a very, very soft pair to trade. Really nice. Let's go to the bottom of the chart first and look at that Williams R percent indicator starting to fluctuate there at the negative 20 line. But look at your MACD. Now we're in a trend, so that MACD is moving, and the last histogram bar is larger than the one before it, and we are just moving on up. So, fortunately or unfortunately, we are at the sweet spot as we speak, and it's bouncing off that 61.8 fib. So, hopefully, this will hang out for the next couple of hours until we get into the London Open, and we can take this to the other side. But this is what it is. But I'm looking to take this bullish. If you look at the daily chart, it's bullish, and we just want to stay with the trend and take this to the long side. Hopefully we'll get this entry at the London Open. And traders, the other option is at the London Open, go down to your 15-minute chart and see if we can get an entry there. So we have another way to get into this trade. All right, traders, last one for the day. Another one of my favorites is the Euro Aussie. The 1 hour chart, this is bearish. If you go to the daily chart, you go to any chart, it's bearish, right? Look at this. I put this trend line on the bottom of the chart there. You can see the trend line that I put in. It's a 3-touch trend line, so it's a valid trend line. And my analysis was, listen, if this closes below that trend line, we're going to sell this, right? Because this is now resistance, and we'd like to see this come back up, retest it, and then take it back to the downside. So what are we going to do here? I don't know what's going to happen in the next 2 hours, 2.5 hours before the London Open, my time. And so we're just hanging out and waiting to see what goes on. So I would say, why don't we wait and see if we get a retest of that trend line. If it gets down to that bottom Bollinger Band, we might have to get to that 15-minute chart and see if we can get an entry. The other option is you can go there now and see if you can get an entry and see if we can, I hate to use this word, but weasel our way into this trade. We don't want to miss out on the Euro Aussie. But again, the Aussie is strong, so we might as well take advantage of it. Okay, traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and FXCL Excellence in Trading, I'd like to thank you for joining me today with the Market Open Preview, brought to you every single day before the London Open. Traders, have a great trading day, and we will see you tomorrow, being Friday. Wow, the week went quick. Take care, traders, and bye-bye.